Ramadan is a great chance for family members to have a gathering every day to recite the Quran and teach them some about the meaning of some chapters, a story from the Prophet's life or the Sahaba. It's a great chance to have a gathering, strengthen the relation of the family member with Allah, with Quran, with the Sunnah of the Prophet. Jibreel كان يأتي كل رمضان ليدارس القرآن مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Jibreel used to come every Ramadan to review the Quran with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam every Ramadan. What that means, we have to be a good example for our children. If they don't see you recite the Quran regularly, how are we going to ask them to recite the Quran regularly or daily? Right? So have a good chance of Ramadan to start with them. Reciting some verses every day. Half an hour, 1 hour, that would be great. Every day. Share with them some stories from the Quran or from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ or from the Sahaba. And make it a way of life. Every weekend, let's say every weekend, have a same gathering with my family, reciting some Quran, studying some ahadith, some etiquette of the Prophet ﷺ. All of that are very important. Also, one of the good things to let your family love giving a charity. Your young children, when you come to the masjid, whenever they have a chance to come with you to the masjid, give them whatever you can, $1, $5, whatever. Okay, this is to help the poor people. We have to help them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with some money, with some this. We have to help, put it there. Put that one for iftar because some people, they cannot afford it. There are some people coming every day to take iftar from here, right? This is very important. To make them grow up knowing we have responsibility towards the community. You know what I mean? Towards the masjid. This is the masjid. General fund, explain to them what general fund means. This is the masjid expenses. The masjid pay utilities, expenses, salaries, and this and that. And there is no fund but what you and other get. Right? This is very important. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam كان يقول من جهز غازيا فقد غزا. If somebody cannot participate in the battlefield fighting, but he had something else he can do. He can sponsor the warrior, providing him with all the tools that he needs for fighting, right? Like a horse, transportation, sword, armor, food, right? And also, who's going to sponsor the family of the warrior if he's in the battlefield. And the Prophet ﷺ said, وَمَنْ تَكَفَّلَ بِأَهْلِهِ فَقَدْ غَزَى. What that means, you may take the reward of those who do great job, but you are exempted. You are exempted physically to do it, but there's another way you can do it. You can take the same reward. This is exactly what the Prophet ﷺ, in one of the battles, some people came to the Prophet ﷺ, we are ready physically, but we don't have the tools. We don't have horses or camels or swords or money to come with you. If you provide us with that, we'll be ready to come. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, ليس على الضعفاء ولا على المرضى ولا على الذين لا يجدون ما ينفقون حرج إلا نصحوا لله ورسوله ما على المحسنين من سبيل والله غفور رحيم ولا على الذين إذا ما أتوك لتحملهم قلت لا أجد ما أحملكم عليه تولوا وأعينهم تفيض من الدم حزنا ألا يجدوا ما ينفقون. There is no sin upon those who are weak or sick or cannot participate in the battlefield with the Muslim army but they can do something. إذا نصحوا, they can stay home, sharing religious advices with the community who stay home, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most forgiving, the most merciful. And regarding those who come to you and they were qualified physically to participate and ask you to provide them with the tools of war, and you said, I have nothing to offer you with, and they went home while they were, their eyes tearing because they missed such a great opportunity to participate. That means, brother, if the person cannot do anything, is not able to give a charity, at least make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help the poor. Make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala endear for the rich people to give more charity. You can make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give success to the community member. There are many things, subhanAllah. So the Prophet ﷺ said about these people who came and asked the Prophet to provide them with the tools of war. When he reached the battlefield, he said, إِنَّ أَقْوَامًا بِالْمَدِينَةِ مَا سِرْتُمْ مَسِيرًا وَلَا قَطَعْتُمْ وَادِيًا إِلَّا وَكَانُوا مَعَكُمْ يُشَارِكُونَكُمُ الْأَجْرَ. There are some people who stayed home in Al-Medina. Each time you pass by a valley or a mountain or a town, they were with you, sharing with you the reward of participation. They said, the Sahaba said, how come while they are there? They said, حَبَسَهُ الْعُذْرُ. They were exempted, they have nothing to afford. Same thing, if you cannot give a charity, if you cannot do that, pray. Pray for them. Pray for the poor that Allah will enrich them out of His bounty. Pray for the sick people that Allah will give them spirit recovery. Pray for those who are depressed that Allah will remove their depression. This is, you're going to get the reward, inshallah. Okay. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam كان أجود بالخير من الريح المرسلة وكان أجود ما يكون في رمضان. In general, the Prophet ﷺ was the most generous person. Right? If your brother from the same father and mother asks you for loan, and you don't have it, what are you going to do? You're going to have it, right? The Prophet ﷺ, with every single community member of Muslims, if somebody come to him and seek help, and the Prophet had no money, who's selling that thing that you want? Brother Mohamed, go to his business store, tell him to give it to you, and Muhammad ﷺ will pay you. See, brother, subhanAllah, he never says to anyone, no. No. He never. وَكَانَ أَجْوَدُ مَا يَكُونُ فِي رَمَضَانِ. He increased his level of generosity in Ramadan. So he was generous the whole year. But in Ramadan, he was so generous. Sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi wa sallam. The Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam قال إِنَّ فِي الْجَنَّةِ غُرَفًا. You remember, brother, the 8 gates of Jannah are open since the first night of Ramadan. So the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنَّ فِي الْجَنَّةِ غُرَفًا يُرَى ظَاهِرُهَا مِنْ بَاطِنِهَا وَبَاطِنُهَا مِنْ ظَاهِرِهَا. The Prophet ﷺ said, in the paradise, there are some lofty rooms. Its outside will be seen from inside. Its inside will be seen from outside. So the Sahaba said, to whom Allah will give this such great homes in the Jannah? The Prophet ﷺ said, you say ﷺ very لمن أطاب الكلام, for those who speak nicely to others, for those who select the good words to utter. وَأَطْعَمَ الطَّعَامِ, those who feed others, especially poor. لِمَنْ أَطْعَمَ الطَّعَامِ وَأَدَامَ الصِّيَامِ وَصَلَّى لِلَّهِ بِاللَّيْلِ وَالنَّاسُ نِيَامٌ. 4 conditions. Those who speak nicely to others, respecting others, those who feed, in general the people, but in particular the poor, and those who have weekly fasting or some kind of fasting to do, either once or twice, either Monday and Thursday, or only Monday or Thursday, and those who pray at night while others are asleep. 4 conditions will be given to those. Inshallah, we will stop here, but remember the class will start till the end of Ramadan, inshallah, because after Maghrib prayer there is iftar and this. So inshallah we're going to resume that program after Ramadan, inshallah. اللهم بلغنا رمضان، اللهم بلغنا رمضان، وأعنا على الصيام، أعنا على القيام، أعنا على تلاوة القرآن، أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. اكتبنا في هذا الشهر العظيم من المتقين، اكتبنا فيه من عبادك المخلصين، اكتبنا فيه من الفائزين. اللهم اجعلنا فيه من الفائزين، اللهم اجعلنا من متقائك من النار ومن المقبولين. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. صلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. جزاكم الله خيرا.